Good morning, everybody. Steve Georgia here, live from Allendale's Trading Floor. It is September 29th, 2010, and I am bringing you your morning coffee. We got the grains quite a bit lower today. We had the overnight markets down about 13 cents in corn, down almost 20 cents in the beans, and down 19 to 20 here for wheat. So they're certainly pulling them back. If you'd have checked the markets this morning at 3 o'clock, we were higher. But right at 4 o'clock, the open of the European markets, we sold off very quickly. European markets have been down, they're sharply lower, and that's what's dragging on us here today. Corn ended up taking out some good support overnight, that 488 area for December corn. We are down below that. We currently sit at 487. We'll see if we're going to get further pullback there, but we could see this market come on down to that 460, the 455 to 460 area yet before the next solid area of support. It is the end of the month, end of the quarter. And the funds right now seems like they're taking some profits here ahead of that. So that started a couple days ago. It's continuing down, and now that we've taken out some support levels, you may find some follow-through selling and maybe even some liquidation. But be careful here today. Okay, you've got a lot of guys bearish. You do have a USDA report tomorrow at 7:30. That's just going to be your quarterly stocks reports. And then also Friday's the first of the month, first of the quarter. We've got a lot of stories out there that new money could come into these markets and could find some support in a lot of these markets. But funds, they sold anywhere from 10,000 to 12,000 contracts yesterday for corn. As far as beans, they're estimating about 5,000 contracts yesterday were sold. And the wheat market they sold about 6,000 contracts. So when you look at how far we had pulled back yesterday, the funds really haven't been getting out. It seems like it's more profit taken here from spec positions, and that's what's kind of drug us back to this point. But crude oil right now kind of quiet, up 15 cents. You've got the dollar right now down 15 cents, continuing its push lower. So with that said here, I think we're going to find a lot of movement. If we do find liquidation today, you're going to find that in a lot of markets. And the soft markets right now are kind of showing that. You've got cotton that's down pretty hard here. You've got sugar that's quite a bit lower as well. So you're finding these funds that had come in and bought a lot of the softs and continue to push them higher. Now all of a sudden today it's a little different story. You've got things turned around, and you've got the markets working quite a bit lower. The dollar, as I mentioned, you're down about 15 cents today. If it does find some support, and if we do see liquidation, it should support the dollar and might find investors to run back into that. But right now the trend is still lower, and that's exactly what they're doing. The metals, we had gold higher after a record close yesterday in gold. We're up right now, again, just another dollar, so kind of quiet. Silver's up about 6 cents at this point. So once again, the metal market's continuing their trend higher, but be careful of some liquidation. End of the month, end of the quarter, at least profit taken here going into the next couple days. As far as the livestock, you had hogs right now that are down about 40 to 50 cents. So they're starting to back off here as well. Cash markets are called lower today. We've got cutout values down $2.78 overnight. So that could continue to put some pressure here on the hogs. Also, watch these technical points. We broke down through some support yesterday in the hogs. That could put more pressure on them here, at least going into the end of the month. As far as cattle are down right now 40 to 50 cents as well. You did have cutout values. Choice was actually up yesterday about 3 cents. You had select values that were down about 35. So we'll see how that works out. Cash market was pretty well inactive yesterday. Not much trade as far as cash, but keep an eye on that too. If you're going to find some pullbacks here going into the end of the month, end of the quarter, you've got the funds that are long the cattle as well. So watch those support areas for cattle. It seems like today the attitude this morning is lower, and we'll see if that's going to follow throughout the session. But right now, as I mentioned, corn, you've got that called 12 to 13 lower. You got beans 19 to 20 lower. Same thing for wheat, 19 to 20 lower. You got the hogs 40 to 50 lower, with the cattle about 40 to 50 lower. So everything seems to be in the red here at this point. But give us a call throughout the day today if you want to keep an update on prices. Call us with any questions you may have. at 800-262-7538. Check us out on the web at allendale-inc.com. Have a great rest of the day. We'll talk to you tomorrow morning.